Hi, I'm Max Spainhour.
And I'm Troy McCormick. Welcome to Indiana Outdoor Adventures. I'm Troy McCormick, and we're here tonight at the Celestine Thanksgiving Eve Community Shoot. We're here with Donnie Leakin, and Donnie, tell me a little bit about what is the shootout tonight? What all are the guys doing tonight to compete?
Well, first of all, they're out here to have a good time. It's a hobby for a lot of the guys. A lot of guys like to go to the boat. They like to hunt. Everybody has their hobbies. Well, this is one of their big hobbies.
Okay.
A lot of them go out and they buy nice big guns, good competition, and they just have a good time. They come in there, they shoot anywhere. They buy from 5-shot to 12-shot boards. They'll put in anywhere from 1 board up to 30, 40 boards. They'll put in as many boards as they want.
Now, tell me some more about these modified guns. I mean, they're 5 and 6 foot tall barrels. There's a guy out there holding his barrel, and he's easily 6'2".
Yeah.
And it looked like the barrel was taller than him.
Yeah.
We talk about the limit of not being past the cement, but what kind of limit is that?
Well, you can go. There was one guy asked a couple of years ago, how long can we have? And I said, well, there really is no limit. Well, and he said, well, you mean I can bring one out here in a semi-trailer and put it down there? And we told him, well, if you can handle it and if you don't hold up the match, go ahead. But also, whenever you pull that trigger, those BBs are just going to roll out the end of that barrel because it slows the BBs down so much.
That much of a distance in the barrel.
So it will not do anything.
But I am looking at 5 and 6 foot long barrels.
Yeah. We used to actually have people bring guns out here where they couldn't actually stand them up in the corner. They had to lay them on the table.
Now, are these guys machinists during the daytime and they make their own barrels? Or?
Some of them are.
Okay.
There's 2 or 3 guys here that come out here quite a bit. One of them is called the gun barrel guy. He makes a lot of guns. Yep. And there's a couple of the guys around that makes them also. But
are these 2 3/4 inch shells or 3 inch? Or?
2 3/4.
2 3/4. So okay.
Yeah, it's just a regular 7.5
like
super handicap.
Yeah, just like you'd use for quail.
Yeah.
7.5, 2 3/4 inch shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they and like I said, they used to have those long guns. But anymore, they're going with a shorter, well, not short, but I'd say average is probably 48-inch barrel.
Okay.
And, I mean, there's still some that come out here with just their 30-inch,
With a choke tube on the end, maybe, just to help out
some
a
of them
bit?
have choke tubes, some of them just a regular barrel.
Okay.
The regular, and it boils down to where it's still a lot of luck. I mean, you could bring a regular gun out here and shoot and only have 2 BBs on the board, and still hit it.
You could split the plus.
Yes.
Okay.
But it definitely brings your average up. Whenever you have a good gun, it puts more shot on the board.
And the tighter you can hold that pattern, here again, the law of averages says you're going to cluster a little bit tighter. So now you're going to have 12 shooters each round. And we're going to do 121 rounds. Have you just pre-sold or pre-signed up for 121 rounds then?
Yep.
So 121 times 12 is 1,452 boards that will be scored tonight. Now, out of that, how many winners are there?
There'll probably be. We never got the choices back yet.
Okay.
But I'm guessing we'll probably be around 90.
Okay. That's pretty good.
So what we do, we count all the money, and then we take out 60% is what we normally do. Okay. That's how much meat we give out.
Okay.
And then, of course, we have your shells, which is, right now we're paying 28.4 cents per shell.
How do you know how many shells to buy and how many did you buy this year?
Well, we usually go by the year before. Okay. On average, I have it in my computer where, how many from year to year.
Sure.
And last year we actually had 135.4 rounds. So we was hoping to have a bigger match this year, and that's what we went by. We've had plenty shells for 140 rounds just in case.
Okay.
And so that's made sure we have plenty.
So now,
But last year I sort of messed up. I didn't think we'd have 135 rounds, and I came up short. Needless to say, I called my wife, and she had to run to Walmart and over at another gun shop. And
buy shells, buy shells.
She was running all over the place trying to buy shells, but we made it. We did good.
Now, and 121 rounds is going to take us up to what, 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow morning?
Probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Let the windage. Let's do I'm next. I know you want to. Yes. As soon as they're done. You got it early?
Sugar Camp Lodge offers some of Indiana's finest trophy deer and wild turkey hunting opportunities. We have 400 acres of woods, marshes, and farmland that provides amazing habitats to hunt. You'll enjoy great meals and accommodations in our beautifully remodeled 1850s lodge. Sugar Camp Lodge is available for meetings, get-togethers, and special occasions. Visit us online at www.sugarcamplodge.com for more information and to book your next hunting adventure. Hillbilly Custom Game Calls, offering the finest and precision-made diaphragm mouth calls for wild turkey hunting. Each call is handmade and gauge stretched for exact tension each and every time. Select from double and triple reed calls like you've never heard before. We also have an assortment of handmade wood box calls, glass and slate top pot calls, and predator calls that will make us your source for all of your custom game call needs. Look for us online at www.hillbillygamecalls.com. After serving our country, serious injury shouldn't prevent our veterans from enjoying life. Paralyzed Veterans of America works with veterans to ensure that their health care and benefit needs are met, provides assistance with career needs, and offers challenging and rewarding activities. The Kentucky and Indiana chapter of PVA is proud to provide adaptive sports for members that includes hunting, fishing, trap and skeet shooting, bowling, and billiards. Visit us online to learn more about Paralyzed Veterans of America. The Old Goat Trading Post in Bloomingdale, Indiana offers not only traditional fur hides, hats, and mountain man-like apparel, but beautifully crafted spirit hides. Artistically sculpted from elk, moose, deer, and buffalo hides, they are the perfect wall hanging for your home or vacation cabin. The shaved hair sculpture and original painted scenes combine to create a natural canvas and work of art. Visit www.oldgoattrading.com for more information. Looking for adventure? Marengo Cave has it all. Explore the underground wonders of Marengo Cave with our 2 easy walking tours, or go on an adventurous cave exploring trip with hard hats and lots of mud. Kids will love discovering gemstones at the Cave Springs mining flume. This U.S. National Natural Landmark has been open to the public since 1883 and provides breathtaking views of underground cave formations. Visit us online at marengocave.com and plan your visit today.
So tonight we're here with Derek, and Derek, we're at the
Celestine Community Club.
Celestine Community Club, and this is a shoot that's been going on for many, many years.
Yeah.
And you have a nickname for it?
The Thanksgiving Eve shoot.
So
the big shoot is our nickname for it.
So the big shoot, it's always on Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah.
You've been doing it for since like 1961.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm 50, so you know we've been going almost as long as that. So you at this shoot, obviously, I'm sure it's to make money for the community club, which does something for the town of Celestine, I would assume.
Yeah, it helps support the whole community. I mean, not really support, but you know, we give donations, trophies, you know, schools and stuff. So
you have little leagues and stuff like that you probably help a little bit.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
Now, as far as the guns that we were going to be showing here tonight, we just don't have an everyday gun that we pick out of the box at at Bass Pro or Walmart, put the barrel on, slam in some shells, and shoot, do we?
You can.
You can.
That's the best part.
Very many?
Some guys, they get into it a little more. Some guys, they have custom-made barrels. I mean, the sky's the limit on something like that. I've even seen bolt action
Really?
shotguns out here. Yeah, and those they're far and few between, but they're usually a pretty good gun to use.
So we can call this a modified shoot.
Yes.
So a modified shoot meaning guys can modify their guns anyway. So there's not a limit on the length of a barrel?
I don't think there is. I think we always had an unwritten rule that if it goes past the concrete, then it's too long. But you wouldn't be able to carry it around.
No, you have hard. We notice a lot of tripods, bipods out there to support, and a lot of them homemade.
Oh yeah, big nylon supports. Yeah.
Are we shooting at a yardage, the same yardage every time?
Yeah, 45 yards.
So 45 yards is what everybody's sitting out here shooting. We also notice that you're really modernized here. It's, I've been to a lot of shoots where the board just stuck on a little 4x4 post out there. It's riddled with shot. But you guys got a real nice background, backdrop, kicking the lead down.
Yeah, it kicks the lead down. We actually recycle the lead. We could sweep it up and recycle it. So it saves the environment. Plus, we get a little kickback. So
I think it's great. So we got a shooting match that's going green.
Yeah, going green.
Recycling our stuff. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and at shooting matches, you always have other stuff too, besides the modified guns, and besides this. How about the food? What kind of food we got here?
Oh,
we Troy and I like to eat.
Yeah.
So we just wondered what kind of food we have here.
We got fried chicken tonight. Fried chicken, obviously cheeseburgers, hamburgers, French fries, ribeye sandwiches, livers and gizzards and hearts.
I heard that you had hearts. I was thinking so.
And fish sandwiches. And about every other pie under the sun. So, yeah.
Tell me about the board. What size is it, and what kind of a mark are you trying to shoot on the board?
Okay, it's a 6x8 board, approximately. And they take a razor knife. They put a plus sign on it, a cross actually, and then that's for the meat match. And then they also could put another one on there for half a pot.
Okay. So you put another plus somewhere else on the same board?
Yes. Okay. And then they pay $1 for that half pot. And then, like I said, $5 or $12. If they want a five-shot board, they pay $5. If they want a 12-shot board, they pay $12 or anywhere in between. So then...
and they're shooting. They don't look like it, but they're 12-gauge shotguns.
Yes.
And they're shooting 7.5 size shot.
Uh-huh.
And the idea is to get one of those little pellets
as close
right
as you
in the center of that plus.
Yep.
Okay.
And usually, pretty much every match that we have, if a BB is not touching that X, it is out. They shoot close. They have magnification. How do you?
Little pellets on a line that's been cut with a utility knife.
Yeah.
That's a thin line and a little pellet.
Yep.
And so you got to use a magnifying glass.
Yeah, it's a 5-power magnification scope, I guess you want to call it, with a light on it, and it brings it in very, very close.
I mean, do you get down to where you're using a micrometer or something to measure who's closest to that X?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's by looking in it, it's 1/64 of an inch is the size of the BB.
Okay.
And if, like I said, a 3.0 on our scale back there is a perfect BB.
Now, at 40 yards that they're shooting,
45 actually.
45 yards that they're shooting, I saw some big scopes out there. But can they see that razor cut, or they just shoot for the middle of the board?
Let's put it like this: most of those guys out there, it's already judged before it comes back in the window. They'll shoot one, and then they'll judge it. Then they'll shoot again, and they'll judge it again. And it takes a little bit for some of those guys. But they're paying the money. We got to let them go.
That's a good question. What do they pay to participate tonight?
Anywhere like $1 a shot.
Okay, and that's it. There's no other entry fee then.
No. Nope,
wow,
$1 a shot, So most guys will put in 10 to 12. Our average is a 10-shot board.
And that's 10 shots at the same board.
Yes.
X number of pellets per shell, hoping to get one right there on the center of the plus.
Yep.
Okay, so obviously the more dollars you're willing to put out and the more shots you're willing to take, the higher the law of averages says you're going to get one right there in the middle.
Yep.
And the number one prize is a half a beef.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty hefty prize.
Yeah. I'm guessing tonight we'll probably have around 90 choices.
Okay.
The first probably 40 or 50 will be beef, and then it'll be pork after that.
Okay. So if I come in and I sit down and I put down $10, I'm going to get 10 shot shells. And I'm going to be up there with this long row of guys, and they'll shoot. Some will shoot 5, some will shoot 10, some will shoot. How
12.
many can you have?
12.
Up to 12.
Up to 12.
And then when it's done, you've got what are your runners called that have to go out and swap out the targets?
Well, as soon as the last we have 3 guys out there watching the line. 3 guys watching 4 of them over here, 3 guys watching the middle 4, and 3 guys watching the last 4.
It's a very safety conscious shoot.
Very safety. They're wearing orange vests, so everybody knows who they are and whatever else. And so the board runners are waiting over on the side, just waiting for that last guy, for the line watcher, to holler out all up. As soon as he hollers all up, that means they're all done shooting, and the board runners take off.
So they're sprinting down there because you don't want a lot of downtime.
No.
You start shooting at 8 o'clock tonight, and you're going to go until 6 a.m. in the morning before you award prizes. So you want to get as many. How many rounds are we going to get in? 120 rounds tonight?
121.
121 rounds tonight.
121 rounds. And they'll probably shoot, like I said, years ago when they did not have the modified guns like they do now and the big scopes, and then we shot probably 17, 18 rounds an hour. Now we're talking 13 rounds an hour.
Okay. So they're taking longer to sight in with their scopes.
Yes.
And,
so those we have 2 board runners that run out. One of them goes and gets the boards, and one of them puts the new ones out.
Yeah, they're just, one's taking off, one's putting on, and they just work right down the line. Everybody's got their name on their board, so I'm assuming that's how they get
it goes 1 through 12. The number 1's on top and 12's on the bottom. They just keep putting them on there.
The BB is 6/64 across, and this slide here, each line is a 64th inch apart, and each line on it is a 5/1000th of an inch thick.
Okay.
So a perfect BB coming across all 4 corners of the X would be a .3 across. But it's very rare you find a perfect 3/0.
I would imagine.
Right now we got a 1/8, a 1/3, a 1/2 in the window.
What does a potential winner look like here?
Well, right now here's the best we got. That is a 1/8.
Okay, and what am I looking at right here?
Yeah.
Hang on, Robert. I have something better than that.
By the time the night's over, could possibly get beat 5-6 times.
So that could get beat 5 or 6 times.
Right now, that's a half a beef BB you're looking at.
Yeah, Robert. You can show the real board. He's showing them round 6.
That was in round 6, post 10.
This guy's got to sweat it out.
Yeah, by the time the night's over, he'll end up with meat, but it'll probably be way down into the pork range.
Wow. What do you got there?
Well, right here is a double BB. We will give we'll give a choice for every BB that's close enough to the X to get meat.
So there's 2 BBs in that same hole.
There is actually 3, but only 2 of them right now are close enough. It's what we call a 1.3 and a 1.1 across. The chances are he will get 2 choices by the time the night's over.
Now, show me your lighted magnifier and how you would look at that. Yeah, go ahead and just kind of.
You can look through there and see that it makes that BB almost look like a basketball out here. But if you watch here in a little bit, I'll come through and mark these out.
Well, there you go. We're in Celestine, Indiana, just west of Patoka Reservoir, and we're here Thanksgiving Eve for the community shoot. And we're going to go back out and check in with some of the shooters and see how they're doing. Thanks a lot.
All righty, thank you.
Top shooter 11 A&E on round number 29.
8 foot long and the barrel 6 foot.
Have you shot this kind of a shoot before?
Yeah.
You like doing it?
Yeah.
What is it? Is it just fun with long guns?
Yeah.
Have you ever won anything?
No, but I almost won $639.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
Round number
Well, I hope
30,
you win something
Wendell
tonight.
Kelly. Coach
Yeah,
1,
me
Big
too.
16.
Here at White House Whitetails, after 20 years of growing trophy bucks, we have developed a product called Buck Bullets, a hybrid supplement.
Buck Bullets is not only designed to be an excellent attractant, but also a fully loaded supplement to improve antler growth and health of your deer herd. It can be used in your backyard wooded area or in your hunting area.
You too can add at least 10 to 20 inches of antler to bucks in your hunting area the first year with Buck Bullets fully loaded hybrid supplement. Cave Country Canoes, located in the heart of Indiana's Cave Country, offers a variety of canoe rental trips from half-day outings for beginners to 2-day adventures for the more experienced enthusiast. Our canoe trips follow the gently meandering Blue River through the wooded hills of southern Indiana. Abundant wildlife and great fishing opportunities abound. Go to cavecountrycanoes.com for more information about our canoe and kayak trips. Your next adventure is just a paddle away. Follow Indiana Outdoor Adventures online with Facebook, Twitter, and our website. Stay up to date with our exciting adventures as we're out in the field filming and meeting new people. From news updates and announcements to Twitter posts by co-host Troy McCormick. Why wait until the next season of shows when you can follow us as we're filming them? Join us online to get the most current news on Indiana Outdoor Adventures.
Hi, Jim Donlin here from Westside Bait and Tackle in downtown Indianapolis. We are one of the oldest and best stocked bait shops in Indiana. Since 1951, we've offered a large selection of live baits including minnows, night crawlers, bee moth, and more, all at a low, low price. We have a complete selection of name brand rods, reels, lures, and tackle. We also have a full-service rod and reel repair center, so stop on in and see us soon.
For more information, go to www.westsidebaitshop.com. Hillbilly Custom Game Calls, offering the finest and precision-made diaphragm mouth calls for wild turkey hunting. Each call is handmade and gauge stretched for exact tension each and every time. Select from double and triple reed calls like you've never heard before. We also have an assortment of handmade wood box calls, glass and slate top pot calls, and predator calls that will make us your source for all of your custom game call needs. Look for us online at www.hillbillygamecalls.com. If you've dreamed of a western big game hunt or a summer vacation, Wind River Outfitters, Idaho's finest guide service, offers exciting fully guided hunts for elk, mule deer, black bear, and mountain lion, as well as summer fishing trips in the Gospel Hump Wilderness area of central Idaho. Accessible only by foot or horseback, the area reserved exclusively for Wind River Outfitters provides exceptional hunting opportunities. You'll enjoy hunting on a whole new level. Visit www.windriveroutfitters.com for more information. Welcome, I'm Troy McCormick, and today we're at Clifty Falls State Park, the headquarters of the Madison Hanover Christmas Bird Count, with Dick Davis, the park naturalist here at the state park. And Dick, we've just had an orientation with all of our volunteers that are going out to find as many bird species as they can today. Tell me just a little bit about the origins of this bird count and about the plans for today.
Troy, glad to have you here, first of all.
Thank you.
And Dan Webster, the late Dr. Dan Webster of Hanover College, started this count back in the 50s, I think, and it really got rolling on an annual basis in the mid-70s, and we've done that every year since then. Dan passed away last May, so we dedicate this count to our friend Dan Webster. But typically we will have 8 or 10 people that are hardcore birders we think of here in the area show up, and a handful of others that are interested in birding. And we have really a great group today. You saw them, and
it's New Year's Day.
It's New Year's Day.
And it's raining outside.
Yep.
And we've got one of the bigger groups you've had in years.
Well, birding has come a long way, I think, as a pastime and as a hobby, and just a general interest in resource stewardship. So I tip my hat to all the folks that came out today to count birds. We hope to see 50 species of birds because it's raining. Right. on a normal week, or rather a day of counting. We would like to have maybe 60. And I think probably the low 60s has been our top, something like that.
Okay. How many species total over the last, 40, 50 years they've been counting? What's the master list like?
I think 101 species have been recorded throughout the duration of the count.
Okay.
That of course, is kept. This count is a part of the National Audubon Society's count that's continent-wide during the holiday period.
So the Christmas bird count is being done all over the country in what kind of, is it a 2-week window?
3 week.
3 week
roughly.
window.
Yeah, about a week before, well, mid-December until just after New Year's usually.
Now, and we're not just counting here at the state park. We're close to the epicenter of your radius that you count. Tell me a little bit about the geographic boundaries of where your counters are going today.
The center of our count is just north of Hanover, about a mile north of the town of Hanover. So southwest of here, the count is a circle 15 miles in diameter, 7.5 mile radius, and the center of it actually is out just west of the fairgrounds here on Highway 256.
Now, what do you do with your count? Once you compile everybody's list of what they see, they can count today and up to 3 days beyond today, and then you compile the list, and then where does it go, and how could you access it?
It's entered online with the National Audubon Society's Christmas bird count database. Anyone can go there. You can pull that up, and their software will generate maps for you.
Wow.
So for researchers, this is a pretty good database.
So now I could log online, and I could find the Hanover Madison bird count. You could search for it that way.
You can search for it by name, or you can look at any individual state and see all the counts that are conducted within a state, and then go to each one of those and pick it apart.
That's great. Well, I'll tell you what, Clifty Falls is a great place to come anytime, but we're here on New Year's Day, and I think it's time we get out in the field and join up with some of the birders and get this count going.
We hope to see bald eagles and peregrine falcons in the count, wild turkey, 50 species, waterfowl. We're going to count along the Ohio River, and hopefully we'll have 50 species. Will be a good count for today.
Well, we'll go out and see what we can do.
Hey Dick, tell me what we just saw.
We saw a belted kingfisher, and I think it was a male. The female has a brown stripe across the breast. I didn't see one in this bird, so that means it would be a male.
Tell me about your phone call too from your other team.
Just got a phone call from the Hanover River Road, that's the River Valley team, and they report an adult bald eagle down there, so that's really a nice find for the count. We expect to find them, but we don't always, so it's really a nice thing.
It's been a tough day birding today here at Clifty Falls State Park. The rain has stopped, but it's still wet, damp, and windy, and the birds are holding tight. We have seen some in interesting species, and we hope the other parties that are out see some as well, and we'll see what the final count comes out to be. That's all we have for today, so join us next time right here on Indiana Outdoor Adventures.